It's just, I'm so proud of her. She's been through so much. I've watched so much happen in her life and had a front row seat to so much. And I'm so proud of her.
Taylor.
You've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, about 13 years. She was frustrated when I was frustrated. She was sad when I was sad. But more than anything, my friends stood by my side. When I think they visibly saw me in so much pain. They never stopped loving me. Down to my friends back home, my family, my papa crying, saying, I hate that you went through what you went through. It breaks my heart, but I'm so proud of you.
Yo, listen up, because today we're diving into some serious tea about how Taylor Swift's been low-key, watching Selena Gomez's back, while Justin Bieber was out here playing games and using her for clout. And get this, Taylor saw the whole mess coming way before the rest of us even noticed. Let's start with one of the biggest reveals ever. In a 2022 Rolling Stone interview, Selena dropped a straight-up bomb when she said, "I never fit in with a cool group of girls that were celebrities. My only friend in the industry really is Taylor Swift." Can you even believe that? One real friend in an industry packed with thousands of stars? That's not just heartbreaking, it's a huge sign. Taylor wasn't in it for fame. She was there for Selena with no sneaky motives, no shady business, nothing but real loyalty. Meanwhile, someone whose name totally sounds like Dustin Keeper clearly had other plans. Taylor and Selena's friendship goes way back to 2008 when both of them were linked to the Jonas Brothers. Taylor was dating Joe, Selena was seeing Nick, but those romances crashed faster than a bad viral trend. Still, their friendship, rock solid for over 15 years and counting. What makes Taylor and Selena's bond so strong is that Taylor lived through it all with Selena. Every messy chapter, including that roller coaster relationship with Justin Bieber from 2010 to 2018, that's 8 straight years of pure emotional chaos. And Taylor didn't just hear about it through gossip, she saw the damage firsthand. Check out how Selena explained Taylor's support during all that madness. It's powerful. Selena said, "They visibly saw me in so much pain." Boom, that's the line right there. Taylor wasn't getting the watered-down version through texts or calls. She was front and center, watching her bestie crumble under a relationship that always seemed to boost Justin's image way more than Selena's. Even Selena's mom, Mandy Teefey, backed this up in an ET Live interview. She said Taylor and Selena had an honest, in your best interest kind of relationship. Straight facts. That's Mama Teefey basically confirming Taylor was the one brave enough to tell Selena the harsh truth when everyone else stayed quiet, too scared to mess with the headlines and clout. Remember that legendary 2013 Billboard Music Awards moment? Cameras caught Taylor straight up gagging after seeing Selena and Justin sneak a kiss backstage. That wasn't just some petty move. That was raw, real emotion from someone who knew exactly what was happening behind the scenes. Taylor couldn't even fake a smile, because she saw firsthand how toxic it really was for Selena. One of the biggest signs of how real Taylor and Selena's friendship is, how they ride for each other's music, no questions asked. Selena straight up treasures Taylor's honesty more than anything. And that honesty hit deep when Selena dropped her breakup anthem, "Lose You to Love Me." The one everybody knows is about her final split from Justin. When Selena played that track for Taylor, the reaction wasn't just a little tear-up moment, it was full-on raw emotion. Why were they crying? 'Cause they knew all the emotional damage Selena had survived. They knew how Justin kept using her name to fix his image every time he messed up. And they knew this song wasn't just another breakup bop. It was Selena breaking chains and walking away from all that mess for good. It wasn't just heartbreak. It was finally shutting down a relationship that had been playing out like free promo for Justin for years. And you better believe Taylor, being the queen of spotting hidden moves and shady timelines, saw the patterns clear as day. Let's talk receipts. According to People magazine, every time Justin's career was looking shaky, guess who magically popped back into Selena's life? Every single time. Taylor, the mastermind of Easter eggs and secret clues, wasn't fooled for a second. Look at November 2015. Justin was trying to clean up his act and drop his big comeback album, Purpose. And right before the release, boom! He suddenly remembered how much he loved Selena. So shady. Guess who magically popped back up? Yep, Selena. And let's be real, that wasn't love. That was pure strategy. Then fast forward to 2017, Justin's bad boy image had totally crashed and burned, and suddenly he's trying to rebrand himself as a squeaky clean Christian guy. And who shows up in his Instagram stories looking all sweet and church ready? Selena! People magazine even caught them going to church together, posing like they were the perfect reformed couple. How convenient that Justin found both Jesus and Selena in the same week, right? Please! But the real bombshell came in January 2020 when Selena sat down with NPR and opened up about her song, Lose You to Love Me. When they asked if her relationship with Justin had been tough, Selena said, "It's dangerous to stay in a victim mentality, and I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim to certain abuse," the interviewer followed up. Emotional abuse? Selena didn't blink. "Yes," she said. And she explained how she had to process it as an adult and own the choices she made. That confession was huge, especially coming from Selena, who had always stayed respectful and quiet about Justin before. And guess who was standing beside her during all the pain behind the music? Taylor Swift. While Justin was out here using Selena as a prop every time he needed a career jumpstart, Taylor was the one catching her when he tossed her aside like yesterday's news. And while all this drama was going down, guess what else was happening to Selena's health? Selena was fighting real battles, diagnosed with lupus in 2013, going through chemo in 2014, and needing a full-on kidney transplant by 2017. Women's health broke it all down. This wasn't just feeling sick, this was life or death stuff. And where was Justin while Selena was literally fighting for her life? Nowhere to be seen. He only popped back up when he needed a redemption story or some fresh PR. But Taylor? She stayed solid, always checking in, showing up, being a real one. After Selena's mental health treatment in 2019, Entertainment Tonight even reported that Taylor was a constant source of comfort for her. Meanwhile, Justin was off planning his wedding to Hailey, living his best life, while Taylor was making sure Selena was still standing. That's the difference right there, between someone who uses you and someone who actually cares. Now, speaking of Hailey, let's break down that shady timeline. Justin and Selena called it quits for good in May 2018. By July, just 2 months later, Justin was engaged to Hailey. And by September, they were already married. That's not moving on. That's sprinting like your life depends on it. Or better yet, running straight into a new story to keep his name buzzing. Once the Jelena love story ran dry, Justin needed a whole new headline. And you can bet Taylor, with her sharp eye for shady moves, saw right through it. Here's the real kicker. Justin has never really let go of the Selena storyline. Even after marrying Hailey in April 2025, he was still out here posting shady memes that fans instantly clocked as shots at Selena's engagement to Benny Blanco. The Daily Mail dragged him for this childish behavior, especially the part where he posted a Gollum clip with the caption, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." Like, seriously? This man is married, has a whole child, and he's still throwing shade at the ex who finally moved on. If that doesn't scream, "I used this relationship for clout and now I'm salty she's done," then what does? And if that wasn't messy enough, let's not forget the 2019 disaster when Justin accidentally exposed his own Google search history. And guess what was sitting there? Searches for Selena Gomez Coachella outfit and Selena Gomez Coachella outfit on stage. Elle magazine covered it, and Justin's excuse? He claimed he and Hailey were watching his own Coachella videos and Selena's popped up in the related section. Yeah, okay, Justin, sure, that totally explains why you were specifically Googling what she was wearing and not just watching your performance. Taylor would have seen straight through that weak excuse too, another desperate attempt to stay tied to Selena's name even after marrying someone else. Actually, you know what? Let's break down this insane timeline real quick. Justin and Selena broke up for good in May 2018. By June, Justin was already back with Hailey Baldwin. By July, just 2 months after splitting from Selena, he was engaged. And by September 2018, they were husband and wife. Whew! That wasn't a rebound. That was a straight-up PR chess move faster than Kim K swaps outfits at a photo shoot. Taylor, with her razor-sharp eye for how this industry works, would have seen right through Justin's rushed marriage for what it really was. Him crafting a brand new story now that the Jelena saga was old news. But yo, it gets even messier. Hailey Baldwin wasn't just some random model Justin bumped into after breaking it off with Selena. Nope, she had been lurking in the background for years, always sliding in whenever Justin and Selena hit a rough patch. Get this, back in 2011, Hailey was a full-on Jelena fan. People magazine even caught her tweeting, "I'm for sure 100% Team Jelena" on May 27th, 2011. Fast forward 7 years and she's not cheering for them. She's wearing the ring. That's like going from fangirl to wife. Wild plot twist, right? Taylor would have spotted that dynamic a mile away. As Selena's closest ride or die, she would have seen Hailey positioning herself as the backup plan, waiting in the wings every time Selena and Justin hit pause. And when Selena and Justin finally split for good, Hailey was right there, ready to step into Selena's spotlight like it was all part of the plan. While all this crazy drama was going down, Taylor stayed rock solid. Entertainment. Tonight even reported that after Selena checked into a mental health facility in 2018, shortly after Justin married Hailey, Taylor was right there for her, holding it down like a true friend should. Taylor wasn't just a friend. She was a lifeline for Selena during her darkest days. A source told ET that their bond helped both of them survive their highs and lows, and trust. The timing of Selena's mental health struggles was no accident. Imagine watching your ex of 8 years not only move on at lightning speed, but marry a girl who had basically been lurking in the background for years. That would wreck anybody. Now stack that heartbreak on top of Selena's battles with lupus and the whole betrayal playing out in front of the world. No wonder she needed serious help. And Taylor, she got it. She felt that pain. She's lived through her own messy public breakups and poured her heartbreak into full albums.
You know, with Taylor, I value her opinion so much, but because she's super honest. So I always played her off any of my albums, like the top 2 that I like to see, like what she thinks.
I was gonna ask if you had sent before.
Yeah, and she's, you know, like done the same. I would never be like, that's a terrible song, because she's so freaking good. But she definitely will say like, yeah, that one's okay, but I think that one's good. And I was like, it just like it's very helpful is what I'll say. And I love people who are honest. But then there are other knockouts, like when I played her "Lose You to Love Me" before it came out. She and her amazing mom started crying, and then I started crying. You know, it's very.
But beyond the pain, Taylor recognized the pattern clear as day. Justin had been using Selena for years, and now he was flipping the script, using Hailey to craft a brand new fairy tale for the cameras. One of the clearest moments showing Taylor's deep understanding came when Selena played "Lose You to Love Me" for Taylor and her mom. And let's be real, those lyrics hit like a punch. "In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy." That line wasn't just poetry, it was the cold, brutal truth. They weren't just crying because the song was emotional. They were crying because they felt the real pain behind those lyrics. They knew the betrayal Selena had been through and the emotional scars it left behind. But here's where Taylor's loyalty hits a whole different level. She didn't just wipe Selena's tears, she opened her eyes to the bigger game happening right under her nose. Taylor helped Selena see that both Justin and Hailey were cashing in on the Selena story to boost their own fame. Think about it. The second Hailey married Justin, she became Hailey Bieber, and boom! Her fame shot through the roof. Her social media numbers blew up. She started snatching magazine covers, and she launched her skincare brand, Rhode, with way more hype than she ever would have gotten as just another model trying to make it. In a lot of ways, Hailey's whole public image got tied straight back to Justin, and by extension, to the Jelena saga. And you know Taylor, media genius that she is, wasn't blind to it. She would have pointed it all out to Selena, showing her that both Justin and Hailey were riding the wave of her pain to build their own empires. And let's not forget Hailey popping up on the Call Her Daddy podcast in September 2022, still talking about the Jelena drama. She tried to shut down the overlap rumors, saying, "I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody." Because the Jelena connection still pulls clicks, views, and clout for both Hailey and Justin. Plain and simple. Taylor would have spotted that move from a mile away. Every time their own buzz starts fading, boom, Selena's name magically pops back into the conversation. What's even more telling is how both Justin and Hailey keep throwing little jabs at Selena years after tying the knot. In March 2025, a TikTok creator called out Hailey for allegedly liking a video that mocked Selena and Benny Blanco's Interview magazine cover shoot. Hailey's team denied it, of course. But let's be real, the pattern of Selena-related drama just keeps rolling. And Justin, he couldn't help himself either. In April 2025, he posted memes that fans immediately saw as digs at Selena's engagement to Benny. The Daily Mail even reported on it, including that shady Gollum meme captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." Like, seriously, how are you married with a whole family but still finding time to be messy online? These aren't the moves of people who moved on. These are the desperate actions of folks who still need that Selena connection to stay in the headlines. And you know Taylor, being Selena's real ride or die, helped her piece all of this together. Taylor never had to blast Justin or Hailey publicly. She's way too classy for that. But her loyalty has always spoken louder than words. She's been riding for Selena every step of the way, through career wins, health battles, and personal glow-ups, helping her build a life that shines way beyond the Jelena drama that Justin and Hailey just can't seem to leave behind. When Selena dropped Lose You to Love Me in October 2019, Taylor was right there hyping it up, calling it a perfect anthem of healing. Taylor's stamp of approval wasn't just hype. It changed the whole game for Selena. Instead of people saying, "Oh, she's singing about Justin again," the conversation shifted to Selena creating powerful, healing art. That was Taylor helping her bestie snatch back her own story from the folks trying to profit off her pain. But Taylor's support didn't stop at just hugs and good vibes. She probably helped Selena boss up on the business side too. 'Cause let's not forget, Taylor isn't just a music icon. She's a full-blown business genius who's mastered flipping personal heartbreak into multi-million-dollar moves. She would have showed Selena how to turn all that hurt into straight power, building something real instead of letting Justin and Hailey keep running the narrative. And the proof? Lose You to Love Me didn't just hit different. It became Selena's first ever #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Authenticity wins every time, especially against all those shady, calculated PR stunts Justin and Hailey were pulling. This wasn't just a song, it was a turning point. After that, Selena stopped letting old relationships define her. She started chasing projects that actually brought her happiness and made a real impact. From her hit Hulu series Only Murders in the Building to her beauty empire Rare Beauty, Selena flipped the script completely. And through Rare Beauty, she went even bigger, launching the Rare Impact Fund with the goal of raising $100 million over 10 years to fund mental health services. All the details about it are right there on Rare Beauty's site, because this isn't just some basic beauty brand. It's a full-on movement born from Selena's own battles with mental health. Battles that got way worse thanks to her toxic past with Justin and the public mess after he married Hailey. Meanwhile, what have Justin and Hailey been up to since their wedding? Still dragging Selena into the spotlight, directly or indirectly, like they can't let her go. It's almost like they realized, without the Selena connection, the public just isn't checking for them the same way. Think about it. Ever since marrying Hailey, Justin's music career has been way quieter compared to the crazy Jelena days. Hailey dropped her skincare line, Rhode, but let's be real, it hasn't even touched the cultural impact Selena's rare beauty has made. At this point, Justin and Hailey need the Selena narrative way more than Selena could ever need them. And you know Taylor helped her see that loud and clear. The difference between them couldn't be more obvious. Selena moved way on, building her own empire, focusing on her health, killing it in her career, and now finding real love with Benny Blanco. Meanwhile, Justin and Hailey are still stuck trying to ride old headlines. And when Selena announced her engagement to Benny in December 2024, Taylor didn't hesitate. She jumped straight into the comments on Instagram, writing, "Yes, I will be the flower girl." Taylor's playful, loving comment wasn't just cute. It showed that their friendship is still a real source of happiness and solid ground, even as both of their lives keep leveling up. Meanwhile, Justin was out here posting shady memes like he's still stuck in 2018. The difference couldn't be louder. Taylor was out here celebrating Selena's happiness, while Justin seemed threatened by it. It's almost like he knows once Selena locks it down with Benny, the Jelena era will finally be dead and buried. And with it, a big chunk of the attention he and Hailey still cling to. One of the biggest ways Taylor lifted Selena up was by being there when she was creating Lose You to Love Me, that powerhouse breakup anthem that finally laid the truth out about Justin's fast move to Hailey. When Selena played the song for Taylor and her mom, their tears weren't just about a beautiful melody. They were about what it meant. It was bigger than a song. It was Selena reclaiming her story after nearly a decade of being defined by a toxic cycle she never asked for. That one line, "In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy," wasn't just emotional, it was bold. Selena called out Justin's quick jump into a new engagement, shining a light on how calculated everything really was. And the fans felt every word. Lose You to Love Me didn't just top the charts. It became Selena's first ever #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Proof that real, raw truth hits way harder than the fake drama Justin and Hailey kept trying to push. Taylor, being the songwriting genius she is, would have pushed Selena to pour all that pain into her art, not just for healing, but to take back control of her story from the people trying to profit off it. And what's really wild is how different Selena's post-Jelena life looks compared to Justin and Hailey's mess. While they keep throwing out little references to her years after their marriage, Selena built a whole life and career that's got nothing to do with them anymore. With Taylor's steady guidance, Selena started locking in on projects that actually bring her happiness and make a real difference. From her hit Hulu show, Only Murders in the Building, to her booming beauty empire, Rare Beauty, she's been winning in every lane. And through Rare Beauty, Selena didn't just sell makeup, she launched the Rare Impact Fund, aiming to raise $100 million over 10 years for mental health services. Details are all on their site, but just know this isn't some regular brand. It's a whole movement born from the real mental health struggles Selena went through. Many of them made worse by her relationship with Justin and the very public fallout when he married Hailey. Taylor, who's been through her own storms and turned her pain into power, would have definitely been encouraging Selena every step of the way, pushing her to turn her struggles into something bigger than the drama. Their friendship has been key in helping Selena handle the roller coaster of emotions that came from watching her ex fast track into marriage with someone who'd been lurking for years, especially in Hollywood, where image is everything. Taylor helped Selena zoom out and really see what was happening, how both Justin and Hailey kept using their connection to her just to stay relevant. Look at the facts. Ever since Justin and Hailey got married, anytime their spotlight started to dim, somehow Selena's name got dragged right back into the mix. In March 2025, a TikTok creator pointed out that Hailey allegedly liked a video mocking Selena and Benny Blanco's Interview magazine cover shoot. Hailey's team tried to deny it, but the pattern of creeping on Selena-related stuff never stopped. And Justin? In April 2025, he was right back at it too, posting shady memes that fans instantly clocked as shots at Selena's engagement. The Daily Mail even reported on it, including a petty Gollum meme captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." Like, seriously, these aren't the moves of people who have moved on. These are the moves of people who still need Selena's name to keep themselves in the headlines. And you know Taylor, being Selena's closest ride or die, would have made sure she saw this pattern of exploitation for what it was. Clear as day. What's even crazier is how differently their careers have played out since. Selena's out here thriving, thanks in part to Taylor's smart guidance, blowing up not just as a singer, but as an actress, producer, entrepreneur, and mental health advocate. Meanwhile, Justin's music career has gotten way quieter, and Hailey's fame, still mostly tied to being Mrs. Bieber. And by extension, all the Jelena drama too. Taylor would have made it crystal clear to Selena that real success isn't about chasing headlines or living for public approval. It's about doing work that actually fulfills you and makes a difference. And you can see that message sinking in with Selena. In her Vanity Fair interview, Selena straight up called Hollywood a beast and talked about how important it is to be careful who you trust, saying, "You are who you surround yourself with." That kind of wisdom doesn't just fall out of the sky. It comes from having someone like Taylor in your corner, someone who values authenticity over all the fake Hollywood games, and who's shown Selena what real friendship looks like in a town built on smoke and mirrors. And what's even more impressive is how Selena's handled the constant little jabs and shady references from Justin and Hailey. Instead of clapping back or getting messy, she stayed classy, keeping her focus locked on her own life and success. That kind of maturity doesn't come easy. It's built over time, with solid friends like Taylor showing her that the best revenge isn't a diss track or a messy comment. It's living well and glowing up. And when things got ugly in March 2023, when Hailey was catching death threats from angry fans, Selena stepped up and shut it down on Instagram. She posted, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying." Taylor, who's had her own share of public beefs, would have definitely been the one encouraging Selena to take the high road, knowing that feeding into drama only keeps alive the tired narrative Justin and Hailey seem desperate to hold on to. But Taylor's influence on Selena isn't just about dodging the Justin and Hailey mess. It runs way deeper. She's also shown Selena how to handle health battles in front of a brutal, unforgiving public eye. Both women have fought serious personal battles. Selena with lupus and mental health struggles, Taylor with an eating disorder, something she opened up about in her Miss Americana documentary. And one of the most heartbreaking parts of Selena's health journey, the nasty body shaming she's had to deal with nonstop. Thanks to lupus and the heavy medications she takes, Selena's weight has naturally gone up and down. But the media? They never let up, criticizing her appearance at every turn. In 2023, when body shamers came for her again, Selena didn't stay silent. She clapped back with raw honesty, saying, "I'm a little bit big right now because I enjoyed myself during the holidays, but we don't care." And later, she opened up about her health struggles, revealing her weight changes were tied to serious conditions like SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. That kind of fearless confidence to stand up and own her truth, that strength doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It comes from having solid, real friends like Taylor, friends who value realness over fake, airbrushed perfection and show you it's okay to live life on your own terms. It's a stark contrast to the image-obsessed world Justin and Hailey seem to live in, where looks and public perception are everything. Meanwhile, Selena's raw honesty has been a lifeline for so many fans dealing with real struggles. People with chronic illnesses have spoken up about how much Selena's openness means to them. On Reddit, one fan said they admire her openness, and that hearing Selena share her truth made them feel less alone, especially as someone living with both mental health and chronic health issues. And you know Taylor encouraged Selena to lean into that realness. Both of them have used their massive platforms for way more than just fame chasing. Taylor advocating for artists' rights and survivors of sexual assault. Selena championing mental health awareness. They've proven that being a celebrity isn't just about the glitz and glam. It can be about creating real, positive change that touches lives far beyond the Hollywood bubble. Selena and Taylor's friendship isn't just iconic, it's a blueprint for staying real in a fake world. If you vibed with this and want to dive deeper into stories like this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the tea we've got coming. See you in the next one.